Alright guys, how you doing? It's Rabea, I hope you're all good. So a little while ago, my good friend Josh Allen came over to mine to do a video on his new signature model Vola guitars. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put it in the description box below. But as a result of doing that video, it was cool because I got to have an extended period of time playing some Vola guitars because I've not really spent any time with them before, and they've been around for quite some time now and I've heard a bit about them. If you've not heard anything about Vola before, again, I'll put a link to their website in the description box. Anyway, after shooting that video, I got an email from a guy called Greg, lovely dude called Greg from Vola, and he was like, hey man, really enjoyed the video. Do you want to check out anything else? We've got some new models coming out and we can send one over if you'd like to check it out and do a video. So of course I thought, well, I've had a go with Joss's, they were fun, so yeah, by all means send one across. So here it is. Here I am holding a Fiesta Red Vola OZ V3MC guitar. Just need to let you guys know this is a sponsored video. Vola have paid me to check out this guitar. So what I'm gonna do in this video is basically take it through my rig, play for you guys, and basically show you what it can do, put it through its paces. Any opinions are purely my own and I'll leave them as much as I can to the end of this video. So if you're familiar with Vola guitars, this shape should probably not look unfamiliar to you. I believe the OZ or Oz, I don't know how you say it, OZ probably, shape is like this. It's kind of a modified Strat. It's a cool shape, but to be fair, my favorite feature, at least in terms of the aesthetics, is the headstock shape. I actually really like the headstock shape. I'd like to see it the other way around as well. I think it would work both ways, so that's really nice. This guitar in particular is made in Japan, which is really cool. As we all know, Japanese guitars are really well crafted. They take a lot of pride over their instruments, and it's no difference here in terms of the build quality from what I can see. I'll do some close-ups and read you a little bit about the spec. So you should be able to see some close-ups now, but as you could probably tell, this is based on your kind of HSS kind of Strat guitar. So it's a double cutaway, it's a bolt-on construction, it's an older body, it's a hard maple one-piece neck with a Vola modern C profile. The fingerboard is also maple, it's 22 frets, it's 25.5-inch scale guitar. In terms of the pickups, we've got the Vola VSI neck and the VSI middle, and the Vola VHC in the bridge. Electronics wise, you've got a volume, a tone, a 5-way selector switch, but the hardware's pretty cool. We've got the Goto 510T FE1 bridge, and we also have the Goto Magnum locking tuners. Also features a 3-ply scratch plate, as you can see, and this Fiesta gloss red color. It's also worth pointing out there's a deep recessed spoon cut on the back horn, and they've carved away the heel there on the neck bolt joint, so you can actually get up to that 22nd fret. In terms of the fatness of the neck, obviously this is a video and it's my opinion as well in terms of how I think the neck feels, but I would say that it's definitely a modern feeling neck. The radius of the fretboard feels quite flat. There's kind of a almost flat point at the very center of the back of the neck, so it is a C shape, but it does kind of flatten a little bit along the kind of truss rod marking, as you can see there. It's a good weight, it's a nice weight, it doesn't feel too heavy, it doesn't feel too light, you know, you feel like you could throw it around if you wanted to and it wouldn't hurt your back or anything like that. In terms of the fret job, I would say the fret job is pretty damn good. There's no protruding frets, they don't feel rough, the edges of the fretboard feel rolled. It's a really smooth gloss finish, satin finish maple neck, as we said, one piece, which is really cool. And yeah, to be perfectly honest, it feels like a really well built, sturdy guitar. I mean, I'm personally not a massive fan of gloss finish guitars anyway. I like the nitro cracked thing, or I like natural wood finish guitars. I chose Fiesta Red because I don't really know. I was just feeling like having a red guitar, and bright red wasn't really my vibe, so Fiesta Red seemed like a cool color. But yeah, it's got parchment pickup covers as well, a chrome humbucker cover. It's a well put together guitar, but really what's most important here is how it sounds. So in this video, I've got it rigged up to my Soldano SLO 100, my VX 100 Super Kraken from Victory. Both of those run into the Sir IR reactive load boxes, into Logic, into an instance of Archetype Nolly for my cab section, and I am also running the Schmidt Array Mothership pedal board. Okay, let's get straight into it. First things first, I need to give you the basic tone that I'm gonna be running with the pedal board. It's basically a crunch on both amplifiers, and I'll take you through the pickup sounds just dry to start with. So let's hear the bridge pickup. It's quite a toppy guitar, I'd say, straight out the gate. Like, it's definitely got a bark to it, which is nice. A lot of high, mid, and high-end frequencies going on there, which, yeah, sounds good. Articulate. Like, you can hear the softness and then the hardness in the playing. So that's quite nice. That's a nice sort of dynamic feeling humbucker. So anyway, that's the bridge. Position 2. Very, very articulate. You can hear there's a lot of dynamics there. Anyway, position 3. I'm feeling like I'm hearing that particular middle pickup. There's a lot of top end. A lot of chime there. Position 4, my personal favorite on a Strat. Again, it's a nice sound, position 4, but I can hear there's a lot of high-end information. And then the neck pickup. Again, super vocal, very woody sounding. Using loads of random words to describe how the sound of the guitar is, but yeah, it's definitely like, yeah, I would say very clear sounding guitar, lots of high information. So really will sound nice on cleans, push clean tones, all that kind of stuff. Might present a tiny bit of trouble with the higher gain you go, but that's what the humbucker's for, of course. Even though that is quite an open and wide, sort of clear sounding humbucker as well. Anyway, that's the sound of the pickups dry. So from this point, let's just mess around with tones and see what kind of beautiful sounds we can make with this guitar. Okay then, well, I hope you enjoyed that video of tones and playing. That is a look at the Vola OZ V3 MC guitar. I have to say, in my opinion, I think the build quality is outstanding. The fret job is really good. I have to make a special mention to the fret job on this guitar. The neck, the finishing feels really good. I like the fact it's a one-piece maple neck, just because that's cool. The shape's cool. It's not really 100% the kind of guitar shape I would go for, but I like the fact it's a modified Strat nonetheless. I do like double cut guitars. The spoon cut on the back is a nice size. I had no problems getting up to the top frets on this guitar. No problems staying up there and playing. It didn't feel uncomfortable. I think the headstock's a wonderful shape. The pickups are quite bright for me personally. Very spanky, very top-endy and articulate, which works for some things. It worked for the ambient tones and stuff like that I was doing, and it worked for the shred and the kind of old school riffy stuff if you're using humbuckers. But in terms of like a chunky, heavy modern sound, I don't think the pickups can quite achieve that. And in terms of the kind of traditional Strat tones that I would go for, I'd like a little bit more boldness and roundness out of the pickups, less of a high-end spank, but that can be tamed with your amplifier. I just found that when I used a compressor, it got a little bit harder to tame, and a lot of the top-end articulation came through from these pickups. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? How do you think this guitar sounded? How do you think the pickups sounded? And overall, what do you think of this guitar? But anyway, that is a look at the Vola OZ V3 MC guitar. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the tones. Thank you so much to Greg for sending this guitar over. Thanks to Vola for asking me to do a video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you all very soon.